Tesla is up again today, but we have to be objective, right? Like, I am the biggest Tesla bull probably that there is on YouTube and X, but we have to be objective here. And as Tesla is pushing up into this resistance level, we are seeing a bit of weakness. Now, of course, the trend is still short term very, very strong. We are pretty far away from our market bias. We do have a gap down here to about $210. You can also see that the BX trender, which are these vertical bars here, officially closed on a lower high for the 4-hour chart. And this doesn't mean that Tesla's going to come cratering down, but what it does mean is that there was not enough buyers stepping in today to keep the relative strength higher. With that being said, there was a ton of bullish flow today, short term, July 12th calls, and we even saw some calls for March 2025, $420 strike price. This was the most unusual flow of the day. This person obviously is playing very far out of the money strike, thinking that Tesla's going to almost double within the next year, which I agree with. And that was something that I definitely took note of. And that hit us with the Alpha Gold alert. The Alpha Gold alert is a very, very strong indicator when it comes to bullish flow. And anytime we have any of them, I post them over in our Discord community. We've been seeing a ton on Tesla as well as Amazon. And today we started to see buyers step in all morning. So I started to alert the team. We saw this potential bounce off of that support level. And from there, Tesla absolutely rocketed all the way up to 260 before getting slapped back down. Moving back to this bigger time frame chart, the fact that we're starting to see this high here means that we could potentially see a pullback and short-term profit taking. This would bring Tesla back down to $230 and maybe even back down to $220. That would be before earnings, and I assume that from that point, we would get bought up very quickly, and I do think that we will rocket through earnings right past $260 up to probably $280 and $300. Well, I'm currently still in Tesla. I do not have the biggest position relative to, what I normally have on. I ended up going into this trade here with 20 of these calls. The calls we have are for December 20th, $225 strike price. My initial position was $75,000 worth of calls. And for those of you who do not follow us, we have closed over $490,000 in profits on just Tesla year to date. So even if this position went to zero, I would lose less than 1/5 of just my profits on Tesla. I say this not to brag, I say this to show you the risk management because I'm not risking a ton here from a percentage standpoint on my capital, which means that you shouldn't be doing that either. So after taking some profits on that push on 7.3, I'm stuck here holding about 25% of the total position I want. I have about $50,000 worth of calls, and I really would like about $200,000 worth of calls. But I'm not going to just average down into this because I have FOMO. Instead, I'm going to hold on to this position. And if Tesla never pulls back and we rocket our way up to $380, I'll still make about an $80,000 profit. It would suck because I really want this to pull back, but I'm hedging the fact that if this doesn't pull back, I'm not going to watch all summer as this thing rockets. I know that I would rather watch this thing pull back and take a short-term loss and have people be like, oh, look, you lost. You should have, like, I'd rather that happen and then get to average down later than watch this thing skyrocket to $500 and I have no positions at all. So my plan is to wait to see for Tesla to pull back down to $220. $220 is going to be my next buy zone. This doesn't mean that as soon as we hit 220, I'm going in with the rest of the money I want to put in. No, I'm going to put another maybe 50 to 60 grand in at $220. So I'm going to average down on those calls. Then I'm going to save the bulk of the capital that I want down at $200. I doubt that we'll see a pullback to $200. I think the only way that that occurs is if we actually have bad earnings. And then I think that we're going to see a massive sell-off if that occurs. But I do think that that would get bought up because big money is really banking on this robotaxi event. And very briefly, looking at the monthly chart, you're going to see that we are now over this resistance level. You see that the BX trender is showing massive strength. And if we close the end of this month, July, out with a higher high here, there is no reason that by October, we can't see Tesla minimally back up at $400. If you guys want to get the simplest courses, and they're also all free, teaching you guys everything that you need to know on options, technical analysis, how to manage your risk and become a disciplined trader, as well as how to use the exact indicators that you see here, all of our courses are completely free. The link is in the description. Thank you guys for all the support. I'll see you next time.